Hey guys, in today's video I have my Project Polish update. I'm so excited because it's been 4 months since I've done an update. I'll make sure to have my intro plus my first update up on the cards. I started off the year with 12 polishes and I don't think I'm going to do that again. It's far too many polishes for me to focus on because these are not the only polishes that I'm wearing. I'm also wearing polishes that are on my seasonal rack, and so I feel like starting with this many was just too much for me. It took a long time to get visible progress and a long time for me to finish polishes. Oh my god. It took 4 to 5 months for me to finish my first 2 polishes, which is crazy. So these are the 12 polishes that I am working on since the beginning of the year. I have 3 darker shades here, and then I have a topper, which I normally don't do, but I'm glad that I did because I've enjoyed this topper quite a bit, and then colorful polishes here that would work for me for spring and also for summer. Let me start off with the 2 polishes that I have. Actually, let me start off with this one because I have not touched this one. I don't know. I have, okay. Every time I look at it, I'm like, ugh, what a bore. Like, I don't want to wear this. This is a Lacquer Cinnamon. It is a dark chocolate brown or espresso brown with holographic shimmers. The holographics are not all that visible on the nails, and I think maybe that's the reason why I'm not like gravitating towards it as much. Plus, you know, it's been spring and summer, and I've debated on removing it, but fall is around the corner, so I'm gonna keep it in. And then my goal is to at least work through half of this polish by the end of the year. I don't expect to finish this. If I do, that would be great, but I'm not gonna push myself too. But I'm gonna keep it in. I'm just gonna wait and see how this does. These 2 polishes I don't have a ton of progress on. This one is Lavish Spender. I'll have close-up of the bottles, by the way. I've used this as a pedicure and then a manicure. I put this 2 coats over top of Gargantuan Green Grape from OPI. This one is a mint green with pink metallic glitters, green metallic glitters. I think there's silver glitters in here as well. I can't remember. And it's acrylic. Really, really pretty. I'm just not gravitating towards this one. I'm gravitating towards some of the other polishes. And then Anaka from Zoya. Also wore it as a pedicure at least once for sure, and then I wore it as a manicure as well, but this time around I wore it as a topper, and this is not technically a topper. It is a shimmer that gets opaque at 3 coats, so it's a bit thinner, and so I was curious to see how this would look as a topper since it's a little bit more sheer. And I really wanted to see this over top of either a deep blue or a deep purple, and so I put it over top of Synthetic Symphony, which is a deeper purple. So dang pretty. I did have to be a little bit careful with application because technically it's not a topper, and maybe on some of my nails you can see a little bit of streakiness, but it was not a big deal. It made for such a beautiful purple manicure. I really enjoyed it, but more suited for maybe the fall, so I'm probably going to be doing that manicure again during the fall. I do expect for this polish to maybe last until the end of the year because this is a type of color that is great year-round. Really, I just haven't really been focusing on this one, but that's what happens when I have this many polishes, you know. On a trip from Wet n Wild, this one I started off at that line. In my last update I was right below that line. There was no sense in marking it, so I left it alone, and this is where I am now. This one, I wore it on all of my nails except my ring finger and did a gold accent, and then I topped it over with the glitter that I have in this project. I also did a Skittles mani with the pink polish that I have in this project, and then I did a Smush mani on my ring finger and a gold glitter as well. That was really cute. And then I also wore it in another manicure, a sponging manicure with random colors on my nails. I thought I was going to use it. Actually, I'm surprised I'm not showing more usage on this because I've also worn it as a pedicure. So I don't know, it's one of those polishes that just kind of fills itself, but I've been enjoying it, really like it. Pick a card from Sally Hansen. I started off here at the top and then worked it down to here, my first update, and then now I'm here. This one is just now getting to a point where I can only apply 2 coats and be good to go. In the last 2 manicures, I want to say, before it was taking 3 to 4 coats, and it takes a while to dry also. So a lot of the focus for this one was mainly on pedicures for that very reason, but the last 2 manicures, I've been able to do 2 coats and be good to go. I do have to be a little bit more careful with my application, and almost like on my second coat, almost hover the brush over the nail to lightly apply it, so I'm not lifting anything up or disturbing any layers underneath it. But I've enjoyed it. I have it incorporated into this manicure here, which you guys will see a close-up of. And I incorporated another polish that I have in this project with it. And then I applied a little top coat on random parts of my nails, and then applied a little foil over top of the random spots. And I think it looks so pretty. They almost look like gold clouds. It's just, it's so adorable. Let me show you guys a close-up of this, because it's really pretty. I enjoy it a lot. I think the camera's gonna wash it out a little bit, but hopefully you guys can get a good view of what this looks like. I really like it. It's really pretty. I'll make sure to link these little foils down below. Very easy to use. Top coat, and then just, or one of those nail adhesives or whatever, and then just put the random little, I tore little pieces and just laid them on my nail, put top coat on, and called it a day. I give good tweet, like I mentioned. I have it incorporated into this manicure. This was my intro, because I have had this one in a previous project polish and didn't finish it. So that's where I started, and this is where I am now. I'm actually right below that line. I've used this as pedicures, and then used it into numerous Skittles manis. I put this with Pacific Blue, which is also in my project polish. I know I combined this into the Sponging Gradient manicure with random colors on my nails. I did another Skittles mani actually with a silver foil on my ring finger and marshmallow, and then put this as a base and put another polish from Sally Hansen. That's very sheer, so I used that one as a topper over top of this one. That was such a precious man. I really like that manicure a lot. I wore that for, I felt like, a long time. Got good use out of this one quite a bit, and I enjoyed it every single time. So this one has been one of the main focuses in the last 4 months. And then, so has Fuji. Although the progress is not going to show that significant, I've used the crap out of this, guys. 80% of my pedicures have had this topper on my toes. It's on my toes right now. I'm actually wearing it over top of Melt Your Popsicle, which is a neon orange, which is already a very loud color. But I would really want to see what this topper would look over top of the neon orange, and it looks fantastic. I want to do this pedicure again. I should take this pedicure off, but I'm just not ready to. It just looks so bright and blingy and just super awesome for summer. I love it. So basically, what pedicure have I not put this over top of? Now though, because I've worked it down to here, I'm getting less base, more glitter, which is great. So it's loading up on the glitter quite a bit. I've used this on quite a few manicures also. The Skittles mani with a Give Good Tweet and Pacific Blue. I did a silver foil ring accent finger, right, and put one coat of this over top of that. The purple manicure with On a Trip, incorporated into that one. I did a gradient with 2 polishes here from Sally Hansen that I have in this project, and then put this over top of it. That manicure was awesome. Also, I've been enjoying this little topper quite a bit, so I'm happy to have put it in here. I put it over top of the little gradient, random color, you know, gradient mani. That was really cute. I also put it over top of a pedicure with Sunkissed, which is in my project. That was a really cute pedicure. I actually want to do that. Maybe that one be the next one. So, great polish. And then Sunkissed, since I'm talking about it, I'm almost done with it. That's my intro, and this is where it's at now. I have used the crap out of this polish, mainly as pedicures, but I do have 2 manicures to share with you guys. So one manicure I applied this on all of my nails, and this does take about 3 coats to get opaque on the nails. On my toes, I can get away with just 2 coats though. But on my hands, 3 good coats, and then I added She's a Star from Salon Perfect, which is a dense glitter texture polish. But 1 thin coat of that over top of this was so awesome, guys. My pictures will not capture how shifting and reflective my nails looked. It just looked so awesome. I did not want to take that manicure off. I know I wore that one for a good solid week. I also incorporated this into a gradient mani with the white polish that I have in this project, and put the glitter topper that I have in the project as well. And then I added this into that random gradient sponging of the colors randomly on my nails. Really enjoyed this polish. I'm actually going to be sad to see this go. I've loved this as a pedicure especially. And I know I enjoyed it before because I had used it quite a bit before putting it in the project, but it had been so long since I've used it that I'd forgotten how pretty this color is. And this is the type of color that works well not only for summer because it's bright enough, but it also works for fall because it's not overly bright. It can work as a pumpkin orange, I guess you can say. So really great polish. And then let me move on to the polishes that I finished. Hallelujah. I finished 4 polishes since my last update. These 2 being the first 2 that I finished, I want to say either end of April, maybe beginning of May. And these 2 kind of went hand in hand. So Midnight Blue from Rimmel. I started up here. That was my first update. And then this is where I'm at now. It's done. Once I worked it down to here, it gotten pretty thick. And so to where before it was taking 2 coats to get opaque, it was now taking 1 coat, but it was also taking a longer time to dry. So since that intro, I've focused on this mainly as pedicures. Whether I was wearing this by itself, most times though, I was pairing it up with this guy because this one had gotten thicker as well. It was no longer manageable on its own. I was using this mainly as a topper over top of Midnight Blue. So sometimes I would add just 1 good coat and then I would add 1 coat of this over top of that and be done with it. Sometimes I'd grab some of this and sponge it on so that I at least can make use of the glitter because it was thicker. It was so thick it was no longer even dry brushing it was a little bit difficult. So I really enjoyed these quite a bit. So this one is Skyscraper. I had it in last year's project polish and that's where I started off. That was my last update and now it's completely done. And there's even like a thick piece of polish stuck in here somewhere. So these 2 are done. These 2 also finished. I'm gonna have to let this one settle more. This one takes forever to settle for some reason. I don't know why, and so does this one. So this is White On from Sally Hansen. Ignore the top line. The second line here is where I started. Use this a lot for pedicures during these summer months. And the reason why I focused on this one as pedicures is because I was already halfway through. It was thicker. It was also taking a while to dry. So I decided to just keep it as a pedicure color, but I did use it for some manicures and sponging them on. And the last pedicure that I did with it confirmed it. It just never dried. So I did my pedicure. It'd been a full day, guys. I bumped my toe. I'm always bumping my toes because I'm always barefoot in my home, and it left an indentation on my big toe. So I know it was no longer good, but I did incorporate this into a gradient mani with Sunkissed, which is the orange one in this project. I think I incorporated it also into the other gradient with the random colors. Pretty sure I used it in that one as well. So enjoyed it till the end. You know, it's just a typical all white. And then Pacific Blue, I used it for a Skittles mani. I know I incorporated this into with a Give Good Tweet. I know I wore it as pedicures. And what else did I put it over with? I think that was the only manicure. No, I did this on all of my nails and then did squiggly lines randomly on my nails with Sunkissed, which is the orange one, and then a gold polish. I didn't really like that manicure. Whatever I was thinking in my mind didn't really translate on my nails, so it was kind of like a failed mani. But it's, you know, it's Pacific Blue. It's such a beautiful color, so really enjoyed it. But I mainly enjoyed it as a pedicure color, and this one also up until the end, it wasn't drying anymore either. And when I did that last manicure, it confirmed it because it bumped my I think I was doing my dishes hours after I'd done my manicure, and I bumped my thumb and it left like a big old dent on my nail. So that's the update on all of the existing polishes. No comiences con tus mamadas. Okay, short interruption. My husband came in. Moving on to the polishes that I'm going to be adding into this project, and I'm adding far too many. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm contradicting myself, but that's okay. I couldn't decide on which ones to add in, and so I just picked all 5, which is a lot. It gives me far more than what I even started with, which is crazy. So we're gonna roll with it. Some of these I can wear during summer and well into fall and especially winter, as you can see what mood I'm in. Let me start off with this shimmery red one, which is Red Carpet from Sally Hansen. This one originally was down to here, but it gotten so thick, so I added some suspension base for glitter polishes to make a little bit more somewhere and then added a little bit of thinner to thin it out and make it workable again. So I was able to fill it up to the top here. And this is such a beautiful polish. This is Red Carpet from Sally Hansen. So happy to have it in this project. Dog Days from Pahlish is the emerald green that I'm adding in here. This one has multi-shifting flakies. And I love this polish, but this polish from the beginning has been pretty thick. I only ever used it and opened it once, okay? And I pulled it out last winter and this was almost completely dried out. I did end up restoring it. I added my suspension base glitter into it and some thinner to make it workable again, and it is workable again. So while it's still good now, I do want to make use out of it and finish it out. These are really beautiful polishes from indie makers, but because they don't add as many chemicals, I'm assuming they don't really preserve all that well, like let's say China Glaze does, right? I have so many glitters from China Glaze that last me far longer, that I've had many years and opened numerous times, and they are still workable polishes, to where this, I think after one usage within a year, it completely almost dried out. So which is why this is in this project, not because I don't like it. So because I added suspension base, it is completely full, like I've never used it before. I'm also adding in this gold shimmer metallic from Maybelline. This is from the Color Show line, which they no longer make, and it is full. I have used it, it's just, it looks full. This one from Color Club, I may need to mark it a little bit, but I'm assuming I'm gonna be down to here somewhere. I'll do a close-up bottle shot for you guys to see. This is called Gingerbread. It is a polish that gets opaque on its own. It's gold, I can wear it during summer right now, and it also has holographic micro glitter incorporated throughout. I'll make sure to just let it settle a little bit more so you guys can see my starting point. And then lastly, I have this one from Sally Hansen, which is called Deep Purple. And I'm starting right there. Right there. That is everything for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a long one, so thank you for bearing through. You guys will have to let me know how you guys are doing on your project polish. Are you guys having fun? Have you guys finished any polishes? Are you guys sick of the polishes that you selected? I didn't get sick of any of my polishes, not yet. I just think I picked far too many. You know what I mean? And then I added more, so, you know, here we go. But I think maybe I'm gonna be a little bit more excited because there's new colors added into, and I have not added anything in since I started the project. So I think maybe that's gonna get me a little bit more excited, maybe more motivated. Let's hope. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.